Hi there and welcome to my channel. So I'm just about to read Phonurgia and I apologise in advance for getting it wrong or not doing too great. But I wanted to get it out there in case anyone can translate some of it that hasn't been, or if anyone can pick up on anything and have new insight and new ideas. Okay, so here we go. Ludantis, they go back phonos and fills all the birds of the modulations of the rostris and the world, which to roll on the gentle breeze, something failed to arrive in orbit spaces, and something be less remarkable runs, as long as the sound lasts long through the work of Apollos, on reason precept upon precept teaches in another way, in Fignis ridges of the Pindus, horned redouble, happy with the carefields, the crux of the game, on wreathen horns has projecting teeth, which taken as a whole may soothe the mouth of a tamarisk tree. Whenever two walls at right thing and echo converted, taken by sonoro, so that the axis of the cone angle of the phonics spell bisected, do this. Hollow at the centre of phonics, circuit is to something, neighbourhood, phonics constitutor, centre of the axle, pentagon, centres of phonics, one letter, centre for phonics, stone hollow cylinder, within himself reflecting, in the sides of the pyramids, use F cones, concave, harsh voice, return, not in something, centre of phonics in centre, concavorotum voice, red bit, and in the body, stay late, fountain of propaganda, echo of arctutech, problem if object phono campuga from the determined, such as the vocals, but also normal first the voice of someone, as well as determine voice, and returns it. Blue their properties. If the voice canalibus burning something, place any temp, patio stays, beams protruding. Tube phonio, linian, make use of all substances, rum, indeed, max in strength. From the amazing effect of Phonurgia as well. Nothing we do not, something. Fabric thus. This could get really tedious to listen to, so I might just scroll through so you can still see the text, and maybe if you want to pause it and read it for yourselves, and I'll just read the bits where it seems interesting. And they're using words that you could imagine what they're trying to get at. But I did see the word tetrahedron in here, so I knew what that was 400 years ago. And a conversing point. Phonurgia problem. Lots of mumbo jumbo. Cylindrical or a polygon, serves as something, voice, the amount of blowing, the more remote part of something, are able to us his holy place, and the bell. End of the second trumpet, bowing to answer someone, the multiple argument, something, and their form. Imagine it's still like a contents page or something. The tube, tympanites, the trumpet, serpentine, claimed by several infermento tubi, finally opening the mould, tained, secret to another person in something, of the various other somethings. Tubes permit, poflunt, and magic Phonurgia, something wet, could be reverberated maybe. To speak 2 or 3 points, if it, to be silent. It does get better in a little while. Maybe if I try and get to some of that. I shouldn't skip so fast. Experimentum, 188 seconds. Source in physical activity, temporis, proportion, faith, you died. Give your reason, side. Intoxitorum cures, musicum, diversion tarantulas at different properties, trumpets of Jericho, fruitful one. I actually wonder if the trumpets of Jericho, the walls of Jericho might have been of a starfall. I don't know. If anyone can let me know, that would be great. By the agency, by the natural, but the power of human touch, a strange about 219 Historia something, fountain, boys, phone ringing, fearsome, smelling in Finland, seacoast, Phonurgia, book 1, Phonosophia, Arton Ekana, she said, playing. Sorry. Something almost of the vulgar, the voice of the inclined line, fed how and from these which will lead to the propagation of something. In the second place, should be shut up. The secrets of nature, instruments, fabric, produce, the term which he something, not show profit in many ways, and no inconsiderable chance, demonstration, invention, and although white something, first accident, not at all satisfied, to even higher something, on opening, the smoke of which in the scientia tried to raise him to use this something, raid him up within them, so wounded by the well-known taking, they fled as it were. The right of someone was softer. I do not doubt but that the laws of the Hippie leaders, Ali magic in the ancient quorum sernorum, desirable something, however ambiguous words to remain something, to proceed at first more, which reflected and multiplied nothing more than the voice reflection, and then another call, End of the line where equation with something centres. What kind of shape is B? 5 Phonurgia line is through the use of voice. All the lines are perpendicular to the body wall. Phonurium reflexes. It reports on line B. 4 is a straight phonurium. Obliquely instant and under the same angle reflects ether. Use it in shape up to the line of the OS. Surveying. 4 times the amount of the D and C. Supraphonurium, cataphona, diaphorum phonurium from deep in the something from A to E. Imagine this is referring to an image in the book. I'll have to try and find them. Oh, so St. Triangulus phonics, everything that is said to be effacious as the turning centre line. Loxophona together with different something. Straight lines and no end longitude with imperceptible projector. Phonoptus 5, which is the angle of the incidence at the angle of the corner. Something past which reflected line with something. That is an angle of 50 to 100. The angle of the two, conic or cylindrical, is something Sony B beta. Equal voice in the hollow, reflection multiplication. Something nothing more than ether, conical or cylindrical, be different. Instruments to listen, said to be inside the phonus refracted. Voice officer. The axioms. The angle phonopsis is an equal angle. Every angle incident. Angle of reflection, every centre, phonurium, reals, steps radiant in the world. Nature of the phono, does not save the something fine from point. The sound reflection, radiant, greatly intensified. Voice so much slower, listens 50s. Something removed, so much faster. Sound, something, a line of phonurium. Then 5 organ, also in remote places. Thermocinationem. Instruments, something are infrumento. Data horn of proportion to the length. Causes of that has more influence than they had in the air and of the smoothness and weight. Violence of the, because the air is more so in the light and airy bodies, it is broken than that of the something, so it does not always to the phonurium. Spirits turn the two bodies of the solids, maybe something of air and of the waters, of the impulsus sono something. Most of all is fit for in order that someone, and the roaring of the sea and thunder, the breaking has thus something sonus. The man who drawn from the point, not the intermediate sony, that species to publish is ruling something. Is no problem because the water experience, don't know what that says. On the matter, too, who is called to be called? The same thing and why, very angry and terrified of thunders, that it would not take place except under the waters of the here, and how much less by that of water under something. The drivers to something, to that the bodies something, the water is sonorum through the air, the walls of the timber are to the power of audio something. The water then something through the air and through the water is a ray of light which are transmitted to the mist of the fig tree shall be cooling something. Cargo is nothing else than to the quality of the something can serve neither the things that is perceived by the hearing of emotion, as some seem to believe. However, the motion of the bodies in collision with sonus be not indeed is directly fed median something. The mist of the equality in which the something so too are broken up in the mist of a ray of sonorum are made dull, therefore something. The mist of the something. For this reason, the time of the water by the rain, the air vapour, and less than in one something we hear a voice of the hall's layers, perceived rapidity mouse. Hence it is also deduce why a place full of people, musica, language, and something inside your children, the hollow bodies have thus the hall in the layers of wool on, or has straw in common, so much so that it was difficult to receive that which dulls the sonorum, the sonum. Many which are something with these apes, sonum of light that is in the omnisphere, the light of the something to pass, that as long as I do know at length sonum power fuse something within which is alone is perceive and bring out something. It is impossible except by something. Permed like the centre something, the radiation directly from Sony something. Motion is propagated through the air and the light rays, not through the tubes of circular propagenitors, Cesius, radio, Sony, fashioned to the same, Su light and sonum. Virgil indicates something. For nothing more can serve, which is a kind of ratio, as the under the bodies, the incident now gels into cubes, and then the eye will attend. So, body help not appropriately. Say that colour has nothing to something than different something and reflections equal to the difference of air motions. Comparison of light, the sonum runs suspended. Certainly this is nothing more than pure pi and alkene. Shade variety of colours to see which way, and diverse sonantium, the qualities something being rendered to use the light of the something considered the invisible is even to send sonus. In this world they have nothing except superficies, not of an something as much as something. The bodies of the luminous, the light of the invisible effect, already decreed the super often within the hollow, which has nothing of the rays of something they leave, but in something rays using an opaque reflect being of the body and the bottom. So something say no accident. Sensible effects from sustenance, or the amount which end to the punctum, and does not go away to use the light at the end of the air invisible is so sonus that something us many of the qualities which help save sonorum. One a little more deeply into the nature of light, it would find that it is nothing more of the prime mover of the body, luminous to my something. Appearing white or light is how the something air movement and something carries cause different qualities, bodies to move from where we are. And the appearance of the Sony sensible, the argument's sake, nature of the eyes, the ears of anyone under which the same happened to us, and the light at the end of the body watery flow not be so sonus at the end of the movement of air. To laugh, therefore, there are as many as sonum, a trough full of indicum, a long time to carferavari, thought to be about something inexpedient, a better arrangement that we and Majorca affected by sensual pleasure, as long as something, a kind of 5 description, that I may live for some other thing, by you or by insigni, the orator in various of the words, figures as it were, the colours, projection of a plan I hear. As also reported, object species, hidden certain to affect the optic nerve to the eye, help produce an image of the body, suing sonorum image, edges, something affects the air, and plantum, sonorum of the body in the image of something, and being not mistaken, open, massive optical needle, bodies, something, humans, and imposed, something, and is refracted